If I'm gonna get a little petty.
Yes, be petty. We love petty.
My name is Shelby Little. I don't know why I paused, but it's there. Yeah, welcome to my office. I'm a sports massage therapist here in Tempe, and this is my business. I rent out of a space in a gym. I've been practicing for 5 years now, which is crazy because it's amazing that I've even been doing this for 5 years. Ooh, this is a good question. My background is social work, and I feel like it has evolved, like the reasons that I'm doing massage therapy from the jump, but it started with realizing how much we are outside of our bodies. Yeah, that's kind of a funny story because I went to a members meeting 2 days after I moved here. I had friends out here who were already going there, and I didn't have a place of living yet, and so I was just kind of doing life events with them. And they picked me up I don't even remember what I was doing. I might have been on a hike or something. They're like, oh yeah, we're becoming members of this church. Do you want to come? And I was like, I guess, and I knew I needed a church at some point. And actually my second experience at Redemption was a first Wednesday. So it was really working my way into actually getting to a service. I actually like the way you phrase that question because I did grow up in a Christian family. When I think about how I came to faith, I remember Jesus capturing my heart when I was a freshman in high school. I read the Bible in the entire year that year, and I was like, I'm just gonna give this a shot. But when I was in the Gospels, I was like, oh, I've never understood God this way before. And I remember reading through the book of John and being like, I really love Jesus. This man, son of God, both, all this mystery, I want to follow him. I want to be a part of this. 8 years later, that's where I would feel like I actually encountered grace for the first time. And that's where I feel like God put deeper roots on my faith. I walked through about a 6-year battle with anorexia, and I actually give him complete glory for the fact that I'm healed. I don't struggle with it today, but a lot of my healing journey was the mind shift of my image for being made in his image and likeness, and finding my worth in that image. I just was met with a lot of grace, and I'd never experienced that before. And I was like, okay, I think this is Jesus. And I think that's the whole faith walk, right? I think that God kind of keeps reminding us of who he is, because we hold on a little bit looser than he does, and he just holds on. And so I have two. Okay, two. I have two. I've gotten to be a part of a grassroots outreach with refugee students out of an apartment complex, and I've been able to co-lead that with Stephen Laurie Peterson and Paul Dedewo, and I can't believe this, but I've been hanging with them for 6 years, which is crazy. Those relationships feel a little bit indescribable, but it's one of probably the richest things that has happened to my life. And then just being through Redemption, I just love watching these students grow up, and I love being their auntie, and I love going to family events and basketball games, and yeah. So that's definitely my number one highlight. If I'm gonna get a little petty. This past Easter, we had a barbecue after service, and we were all sitting up in the bleachers in the gym, and there had been a rumor from my friend Paul that he could take me one-on-one in basketball and beat me in basketball. And this rumor had been going around. People had been saying this. He'd never said it to my face. People had been telling me this. And I was interesting, when is this one-on-one gonna happen kind of a thing. I just want to preface that Paul is a world-class athlete. He's one of the fastest men in the world. So this is not diminishing him. He needed this. Paul's let's go now. And I was okay. And I beat Paul 5-0. Yes, thank you. Moment of silence. It felt good. It's petty.